Would you like to know how to increase your YouTube watch time? I currently produce 13 YouTube channels, and I figured out several things that I do that definitely increase my watch time. Right now I'm averaging between 6 and 7 minutes on every single video, which is really good. I'm going to show you all the things that we're doing to achieve that. Here's what you can expect in this video. We're going to first dive into analytics, and I'm going to show you what average view duration is and how you can find that out in analytics. Then I'm going to talk to you about how you start your video and how that relates to the watch time. And I'm going to talk about some ways that you can begin your content that will really help people watch all the way to the end. I'll actually talk about editing and how you can tighten up a video. You can make a 12-minute video and shorten it down to 10 minutes. But actually doing that increase the amount of time people spend on your video. I've got a couple ninja tactics that I'm going to share that really work to increase the energy of the video. And then I'm going to talk to you about what not to do to wrap this discussion up. Okay, let's look at some analytics. We're on the Paul Jenkins channel called Live on Purpose TV. And this video has done really well. In the last 28 days, you see that it's got over 33,000 views. 200,000 minutes of watch time. It's brought in another 773 subscribers, which is pretty cool to know that one video is doing that much work for your channel. We posted this video a year ago or something like that, longer. In fact, let's go check it out. The last 28 days. Let's go back since upload lifetime. Okay, so it's actually added 26,000 subscribers to our channel. Right now, we're at about 85,000 on this channel. So this video has really helped us out. And I'm going to come here to the Reach tab. I love this tab, especially because of this funnel right here. You see that since upload, we've had 6.6 million impressions. So the thumbnail and the title of this video has been shown and suggested to people 6.6 million times. And this has averaged a 3.9% click-through rate. Let's talk a little bit about click-through rate, okay? That's kind of a lower click-through rate. The more that YouTube promotes it to new audiences, the lower your click-through rate will be. So if at first your videos are shown mostly to subscribers or just to people that are the most relevant to this topic, you'll have a higher click-through rate. You know, it could be 7%, it could be 10 or 11%. We see that often. But then when a video really gets heavily promoted by YouTube, we do see click-through rates drop. In fact, one of my best performing videos that's got over 5 million views, that click-through rate is between 1 and 2%. And we're seeing what we can do to tweak that, because just getting that up to 5%, we'd get way more views than we already have. But just know that the more audiences your video is shown to, the less relevant it is to them, and that's why your click-through rate will go down. So from that 3.9% click-through rate on those 6 million impressions, you'll see that it leads to 258,000 impressions. Now there is a discrepancy here that I'm not quite sure about, because this video does have more than that number of views. But if you look up here, these impressions, it says 87% from YouTube recommending your content, but it may not count people searching for your content or whatnot. I don't really understand that, but in this funnel, it's saying that we have an average view duration of 6 minutes and 42 seconds. You know, how this stat is calculated exactly, I guess I'm not clear. The one thing that I do know is I can compare one video to another video, and I can compare them to each other and know which ones are performing better. At the bottom of the funnel, you'll see that that has resulted in 1.7 million minutes of watch time, which is pretty cool. So that's what average view duration is. And if we're wanting to know what can we do to increase average view duration, because there's plenty of videos that we've made that only had an average of 1 minute view duration. This is a 10-minute video, and people are only watching 1 minute. There's a lot of things that we've done to be able to increase that and get that up to this level here. How you start your video and how you start your content really make a big impact. So when you do your intro, you want to say two things. You want to tell them what the video is about and why they should watch. So if your video was on the topic of how to get rid of strep throat without antibiotics, here's how we might start that video. I might say, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to get rid of strep throat without antibiotics. I've been using this remedy for many, many years. It's worked every single time, and it's with household ingredients. You probably already have these ingredients in your kitchen. Okay, see what I did there? I told you what the video is about. I mean, how to get rid of strep throat without antibiotics. And then I gave you some background or some credibility that I've been using this for many years and you have these ingredients in your kitchen, right? So that gave you some why, like, ooh, not only is he going to give me a remedy, but he's used it, it works, it's credible, it's in my kitchen. So after you do your intro, then you'll have a little branding piece. I call it a video logo. A lot of other people will call it an opener, maybe 5 or 10 seconds long at most, right? Just something that's got music and a lot of shots of you being cool, all right? That's your video logo. Then it jumps into your content. You're not done setting the stage, okay? So you set the stage, you planted a hook in the intro, but when you dive into your content, you still need to set more content hooks, okay? These content hooks are like a summary of what's coming, but delivered in a way that helps them feel curious or creates curiosity. So if you notice in this video, I did that. I told you what was coming and what to expect by watching all the way to the end of the video. And I suggest that you do that. I mean, if you prepare like I do with a bullet point outline, you basically just say, well, first I'm going to talk about this, and then I'm going to go into this, and then you're going to learn how to do this, and then you're going to learn how to do that. That's content hooks. By doing that, people won't leave prematurely. They'll know, ooh, I want that, ooh, I want that, ooh, I want that, ooh, I want that, all the way to the end. And so that's a great way to increase your average view duration. Now let's talk about editing. In this video particularly, I'm actually feeling a little bit flustered. I'm filming 29 episodes today, and that can kind of be draining. So I've had a lot of stop and restarts. I'll say something like, oh, and then I'll redo it. Also, I say and a lot, or a lot of things I'll say so a lot. So I keep saying so. Well, hopefully you haven't heard too many of them because my team is really good at editing them. And if you take a 12-minute video and you just tighten it up, you edit out a lot of the pauses, you edit out anything that's repetitive or redundant, you edit out mistakes, of course, you tighten it up so that it's a shorter video, but it's more fast paced. That will actually get people watching further into the video because they don't get bored. Your video's moving along and they'll just move right along with you. All right, how about I give you a ninja strategy? I've been using one in this video. You notice how I'm switching back and forth from sitting down to standing up? I've got 2 different tripods. I keep my camera and my audio rolling and I just move it to the other tripod. Usually I have a filming team, but they're actually filming with another client right now. So I'm doing this myself, but I've got 2 tripods set up, one that is on right now and another one right here that aims at the chair right there. So just by moving back and forth every bullet point in my notes, it keeps the energy high and it helps me really focus on just one point at a time, which makes the content better, which increases my average view duration. Okay, here's another ninja tactic. Okay, do street interviews. You can go downtown to an area where there's always people and just ask people questions around your area of expertise. So I'm actually preparing a whole list of questions right now that we're going to be going downtown and interviewing people on. And so we're going to be doing this for the Chris Crone channel. We're asking things like, is real estate investing risky? I'm going to ask people for my channel questions like, do you think everyone should be an entrepreneur? And just by getting quick responses or thoughtful answers or emotional reactions like, no way, just by putting little clips like that at the beginning of your video or throughout your video can really help keep the energy high, mix things up for people, and will keep people watching to the end. So I want to show you a couple examples of these.
To be honest, I don't know a whole lot about real estate.
Do you know anyone that's gotten hurt or struggled in real estate?
Yeah, my family.
And does that encourage you to want to invest in real estate?
No, not at all.
That's good.
Real estate can go up and down. The stock market can go up and down.
Do you think you'll ever invest in real estate?
I hope to one day.
Okay, now let's talk about what not to do, all right? What you don't want to do is sound too professional. You don't want to sound like a news anchor. You don't want to sound like too corporate. You don't want to put a green screen that looks too business-like. You just want to have a conversation with people. Just talk, have a conversation like you're talking to somebody on the phone, answering their questions. On YouTube, you're just talking to one person at a time. So I'm looking right into your eyes right now. I'm talking to you. The mistake would be to talk to a whole group like, hey everybody, thanks for joining me on this channel. How y'all doing? Right? Because I'm just talking to you. Okay, here's a really big mistake that a lot of YouTubers make that get people to leave right away. If I've been covering all this material and then I say, okay, let's review what we talked about. First, we talked about this and then we talked about this. It's like, oh, I guess this video's done and it's just a review. If I wanted to review, I could rewind. people leave. We've seen this in analytics all the time. The retention rate's going like this, and then when we start to review, it just drops off. So that'll kill your retention. Do not review on your video. If they want to review it, they'll rewind it. In fact, you'll see that a lot. Sometimes your retention rate will go like this, and then it will go back up. It's like, oh, how did it go back up? It's because people rewinded and re-listened to that spot. All right, now here's another mistake that everybody makes. I used to make this mistake in every video with all of my clients. We'd get to the end of the video and we'd basically say goodbye. Okay, that's a mistake. You don't want to say, hey, thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. I'll see you tomorrow. Why is that bad? Well, YouTube has this stat that they track called session watch time. So they watch your video, then they watch another video after that and beyond that, right? But if they watch my video and they leave, their session watch time or their session duration ends with my video, why would YouTube show this video? Because it knows it's going to end their session. But if my video leads to another video, YouTube's going to say, okay, if we show this video to them, there's still going to be one more after this that they're going to watch. So here's what you do instead of saying goodbye to people. What you do is you tell them what video to watch next. And I'll actually demonstrate that for you because I do have another video, I'll link to it right here, that you have to watch next. I made $42,000 on one video in ad revenue. It's a how-to video. Yeah, how-to videos don't go viral. So I made a video showing you how I did this. The title of this video is How I Got 5 Million Views on a Video. I definitely recommend you check that one out. Now that you know how to get high average view duration, the next step is to get millions of views on it. So go check that one out.